As best as I can teach you this with words, sync your mind. Sync your mind and sync your energy. It's like it's falling toward the ground, but you're holding yourself up. So you're keeping this frame. And the energy and the mind are sinking. They're falling down. But meanwhile, the legs are keeping you up. So the upper body should be relaxed. Dropping the shoulders. You're just doing this little bit of a frame with the upper body. And imagine branches like roots going down into the ground from both of your feet. And for some of you, that's going to be challenging enough. For those of you that have been practicing for a little while, I also want you to try this. If you feel comfortable with closing your eyes, I want you to close your eyes. And then I want you to take your mind even further from the area of your forehead, the area of your frontal lobe, your brain, your attention, your focus. Put it right there between the two eyebrows. And then literally move the attention down to the navel center. And then move the attention down the legs and to the feet. A very powerful meditation. Practicing stillness. It comes in handy when you're stressed out or you're standing in line at the bank. Even though you might not be standing exactly like this at the bank, it applies. And then wherever you're at with that one, go ahead and take 3 slow, deep breaths through the nose. After you take the 3 breaths, slowly come out of that and just lift your legs up and down to kind of move out some of that stiffness. Lifting the heels up and down off the floor like so, alternating. Last week we did both of them together. You can do that also, or you can alternate. Just like you're kind of marching or walking in place a little bit, just with your heels though. Okay? And then go for a bigger bounce, both feet. Up here. But the lower body's like tree trunks. It's going to stay there. Then you have like a little bit of a forward lean. And then you have a little bit, not too much, backward lean. And then if you're ready for it and you want, you're trying to make like a circular pattern. My head comes toward my back knee, goes toward my front knee, goes toward my back side and comes around. When I'm ready to switch, I go from my front knee to the back knee. Like I'm drawing a somewhat elliptical pattern, not necessarily circular, but somewhat elliptical pattern on the ceiling if I had a magic marker tied to my head. And I'm trying to move slowly and mindfully through these positions and open up the hips, work with the pelvis, maintain center. And again, the idea is you're like bamboo blowing in the wind. Your roots are strong and growing deep. Your upper body, you're attempting to practice being relaxed. All right, this one is called pulling the bow. So this is like you have a bowstring and you're pulling with one arm and you're pushing away with the other hand. Okay, so a real bow and arrow would be more like 2 fists. But they use an open hand, and this is a press, and this is a pull. This is a very important principle in Qigong practice, pushing and pulling. So from here, I'm going to go the other side. I pull with my other hand, and I push. So in this case, I'm pulling with my left hand. I'm pushing with my right. When I want to switch, there's different ways I've shown you to switch. One way is this hand that is sticking out. I'm going to let my left hand just kind of come down. This hand will come passing over here, just in a nice, graceful way, to come over here like you're going to grab the bowstring. So if I'm at home, I'm grabbing the bowstring like so. I'm pushing away with this hand, and I'm pulling back with my right hand. When you get to this position, and I'm going to face the computer for a moment, I want you to look straight out over your hand like you're about to fire an arrow, like in a Zen archery type of way.